learning more quickly through softening your attention. I'd like to share a little trick on how to improve your learning skills and improve your life as well. And the trick is called softening attention. You know how when you just begin learning something, how you're over-focused, you're too focused. If you remember learning to ride a bike and you were holding on real tight to everything and trying not to fall off and trying to pay attention to everything at once. Well, that's the mistake, so to speak, every beginner has. Every amateur can be known by being over-focused, being too focused. The other extreme is too little focus, too little attention, okay? But over-focus is basically straining yourself and becoming so rigid and so tight in your mind that you can't really receive or perceive. So the trick I'm sharing with you here is whenever you're learning something, to soften your focus as if you already knew it, as if you were already an expert. Okay? And in this way, paradoxically, you learn more quickly. So recently I've learned an entire language, and every time I found myself getting too strained, too focused, I relaxed, as if I were already an expert in that language. I recently learned tennis, and there it was the same thing. Every time I stared too hard at the ball, or tried too hard to hit it, I made mistakes. And as I softened and relaxed, time would slow down, and I'd see the tennis ball coming hard at me, but because my attention was soft and spread out, not fixated, but spread out, I could hit the ball just right. So softening your attention really applies to everything in life. Improvement on anything. Spreading your attention out. And the way this is done is usually by taking a deep breath and unfixing your eyes. Okay? People who focus too hard, they usually have a strained expression in their forehead. Looks something like this. They blink a lot, and they're trying too hard. Whereas the expert, somebody who's already been doing something for many, many years, he's got it down automatically. And that's why he doesn't have to try so hard anymore. And his facial expression when playing chess or playing tennis or dancing or learning a language or learning a business skill is softer. You see, I'm 41 years old now, and my face still looks soft because I've been practicing softening my attention my whole life. And it's made me stronger and more competent, because as I approach any new skill as if it's an old skill and I relax with it, not losing focus, that's not what I'm talking about, just spreading focus a little bit, I learn it much more quickly. And people always say, Fred, you're such an intelligent person, such a good learner. But it's not really that. It's that I soften my focus. It's not that I'm more intelligent than anybody else. I've just learned to relax. And as I relax, I can let in more data. You see, the more chilled out you are, the slower your thinking is, the more new thoughts can come in. Whereas if your head is full and you're preoccupied and your attention is here and there and split all over the place, you can't let anything new in. Now, I don't want you to relax to the point where you get drowsy Okay, that's when you lose focus. I just want you to relax enough so that you can really go immerse yourself into whatever it is you're learning. Okay, so that you have this material that you have to learn so that you can chunk it down into easily edible parts, which is another secret of quick learning. You can grasp, you can become bigger than a subject instead of the subject being bigger than you. See, we feel stress and overwhelmed because we think something is much too huge. But as you chunk it down, it's easier to eat. It's like the difference between trying to eat a whole piece of meat at once or cutting it into pieces and eating it step by step in slow, incremental progress, which is the best way to learn. So right now, try it. Try unfocusing a little bit. Even while watching this, lie back, take a breath, and instead of trying to grasp everything I say in a concrete manner, try to let go a little bit. Let go of trying to understand. If you let go of trying to understand desperately, you will understand, because trying to understand assumes that you don't. Long time ago, I used to run a language school, and I noticed how the students that are kind of lazy, they're just lying around instead of fixed on study and getting everything, they seem to process new languages more subconsciously and seem to get it more quickly. So-called laziness is not always a disadvantage. Okay? Laziness can be used to your advantage. Laziness can be reframed to mean enough relaxation and self-confidence not to be pressured by your learning subject. My name is Fred Dodson. Thank you very much.